most insane thing your in-laws did when your baby was born? My husband Eric and I tried for almost 2 years to get pregnant. When we finally had our daughter Emma, I thought everyone would be happy. Eric's parents seemed excited, but I always felt like they were watching me weird. They'd smile and coo over the baby, but then I'd catch them whispering in corners. His mom would make these little comments like, "Oh, she has such dark hair for a newborn," or "Her nose is so different from Eric's baby pictures." His dad was worse. He'd hold Emma and stare at her face for way too long, like he was studying her. When Emma was about 3 weeks old, Eric's dad started asking really weird questions. "Does she look like Eric to you?" he'd say while bouncing her. "You sure there's no mailman jeans in there?" He'd laugh like it was a joke, but his eyes weren't laughing. I told Eric about it, and he said his dad was just being his usual inappropriate self. "He makes dumb jokes about everything," Eric said, but it felt different to me. Then I found the cotton swab. I was doing Emma's laundry, and there was this used Q-tip in her little hamper. It was gross, and definitely not one I'd used. I asked Eric if he'd cleaned her ears or something, and he looked totally confused. No, why would I put a dirty swab back in her hamper? A few days later, I was feeding Emma when I heard Eric's mom talking really loud on the phone in our guest room. The baby monitor picked up everything because we kept one receiver downstairs. "We should have the results next week," she was saying. "If that little liar isn't the mother, I swear we'll take full custody. Eric deserves better than her, and that baby needs a real family." My blood went cold. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I marched upstairs with Emma still in my arms. "What results?" I asked, standing in the doorway. His mom's face went white. She hung up the phone real quick. "Oh, Tina, I didn't know you were home. What results are you waiting for?" She tried to play dumb, but I kept pushing. Finally, she admitted they'd swabbed Emma's cheek during their last visit and sent her DNA to some private lab. They wanted to make sure Eric was really the father. "And what about me being the mother?" I asked. "You think I somehow faked giving birth?" She got all defensive. "We just want what's best for Eric and the baby. You can never be too sure these days." I was shaking. "You stole my baby's DNA without permission. You violated our trust completely." When Eric got home, I told him everything. He didn't believe me at first, so I played the recording from the baby monitor. His face went through about 5 different emotions. He called his parents immediately. His dad actually doubled down, saying they had every right to protect their son and grandchild. He said they were being responsible grandparents. The test results came back a week later. Surprise! Eric and I were both Emma's biological parents, exactly like we'd been telling them for months. But instead of apologizing, his dad said, "Well, now we have peace of mind. You should be thanking us." Eric lost it. He told them they weren't welcome in our house anymore and blocked their numbers. His mom started crying, saying we were keeping their grandchild away from them. His dad kept insisting they did nothing wrong. We didn't speak to them for almost 2 years. Emma learned to walk, say her first words, and had 2 birthdays without meeting her paternal grandparents. Eric felt guilty sometimes, but I reminded him they'd basically accused me of cheating and lying about my own baby's parentage. They finally reached out when Emma turned 2, but only after Eric's sister convinced them to write a formal apology letter and agree to family counseling. Even then, their first supervised visit was awkward as hell. His mom kept trying to find similarities between Emma and Eric,